On the whole, it's very healthy. It's a young industry, and when I say young, there's a lot of young people involved, which you don't see so much overseas.
Oh, I think the racing's very strong. When you've got $500 million in prize money between two states, Victoria and New South Wales, it's probably the best opportunity for a return ever.
Obviously the prize money is sensational, particularly if you come from Europe like I do.
What I love about Australia as a point of difference is the way they engage everyone. See, racing in Australia appeals to the wealthy people, but also appeals to everybody.
There's one race for me stands out head and shoulders above everything else, and that's the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe at Longchamp.
The Golden Slipper, it's Australia's race in my eyes.
Oh, listen, the Golden Slipper's been the breed shaper in Australia for a lot of years. As a trainer, I've trained the place skidder on a few occasions. As an owner, I'd love to win it.
I think currently it would have to be Vin Cox, as he's ruling Australia at the moment from what I can see.
Peter V'landys, because then I could change things.
Stewie Ramsey, because Stewie's always giving life lessons, and I think if I was Stewie for the day, I could be one step ahead of him.
Peter Moody, because he has a good time.
I think I'd like to be Peter V'landys for a day, because I think it'd be really interesting to understand how the whole wheels work.
I'd have to say my favourite racehorse is Ferrante.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
When I was younger, it was probably Lonhro. I followed Lonhro really closely, and when he won the Australian Cup, I still think that's the best race I've ever seen.
But I can't go past my girl, Black Caviar. She's the only one undefeated. I'm not saying she's the best, but she's the only one undefeated.
The best horse I've ever seen is Frankel. My favourite horse probably be an old horse called Bustino, you would never have heard of from when I was starting out.
I've got to say Harlem is 1-2 Group 1 for us, and it was my first Group 1 winner as an agent, so I've got a soft spot for him.
First job in the racing industry, probably working as a strapper for Gay when I was about 18. Getting yelled at a lot.
I was everything from the clocker, clocking the horses, training in the mornings, to ringing the owners and telling them about their horses racing.
I was working for John Hammond for a year in Chantilly as a pupil assistant track work rider.
Riding out as a stable lad for a trainer called Ian Balding in England.
Dad was arguably the greatest trainer Australia's ever produced in what he achieved in the time he was training, from the number of Group 1s to 5 Commonwealth records. He was a very inspiring person.
I've been lucky to work for John Massara for 4 years, and I've learned a lot from him.
Vin Cox has been a great role model and mentor to me over the years. Yeah.
My bank manager kept me alive for a lot of years. I've married her.
Exceeding Excel, the old champ. I think he's just a wonderful stallion. He's underrated. If you want a 2-year-old or an older sprinter, I think he's a great stallion.
Favourite Darley stallion? Oh, listen, there's been a lot of favourite. Always had a soft spot for Reset.
Well, I'd have to say Lonhro, being the daddy of Piero, who was probably my greatest horse.
Again, a hard one to choose. I've always been a huge fan of Lonhro. I think for what he did on the racecourse and what he's done as a sire, I think he's underrated in my opinion. I think he's a world-class stallion.